and welcome to this episode of I don't know if it's obvious enough that I like fall colors. Today I'm going to be doing a Michael Myers kill count, to emphasize Michael Myers kill count, not a Halloween franchise kill count. I'm counting the people that Michael Myers specifically killed in the 12 installments of the 13 film franchise, as of my making this, that is the Halloween franchise. So it all began. John Carpenter made a movie in 1978. Michael has 5 kills in the original Halloween film. In 1963, when he was just 6 years old, he murdered his 15-year-old sister, Judith Myers, and then was institutionalized in Smith Grove Sanitarium for 15 years around Halloween. 1978, he breaks out and murders a further 4 people. A Phelps truck driver, Linda Vanderclock, her boyfriend Bob Sims, and their friend Annie Brackett. He also murders 2 dogs. I don't count them with the people kills, but I think it's important to note he probably murdered a stray, and he definitely murdered the Wallace family dog Lester. Rest in peace, Lester. So there's that sad news. Then moving on to Halloween 2, which came out in 1981, but continues to take place in that Halloween night of 1978. Michael has a further 9 kills. Alice, Mr. Garrett, Bud, Dr. Mixter, a U.S. Marshal, and 4 nurses, Karen, Janet, Alvez, and Jill. Also, side note, a Haddonfield police officer and an unhinged Dr. Loomis totally caused the death of one Ben Tramer. You wore the wrong costume, Ben. You wore the wrong costume. Moving on to Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, which came out and takes place around Halloween of 1988. Michael gets 15 kills. 4, ambulance paramedics, a waitress, a mechanic, Kelly Meeker, daughter of the sheriff, Brady, Bucky, 2 deputies, one of which is Logan, the other I don't know the name of, and then 4 people in the Haddonfield mob on the back of a truck. Said mob caused the death of Ted Hollister. Rest in peace, Ted Hollister. And Michael also murdered the Carruthers family dog, Sunday. Poor Sunday. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, was released and takes place in 1989. Michael gets probably 12 kills. He murders a homeless man, Mikey, Spitz, Dr. Mixter, 4 Haddonfield police officers, 2 of whom I know the names of, Tom Ferreira and Nick Ross, 2 of whom I do not know the names of, Rachel Carruthers, Tina Williams, Sammy Thomas, and Nurse Patsy. I say maybe 12 kills because Dr. Hart and Nurse Patsy may have been killed by the Man in Black, who does kill 7 Haddonfield police officers, as well as Sheriff Ben Meeker. I attributed 8 kills to the Man in Black, and then those 2, in addition to 10 kills, to Michael, although the Man in Black might have had 10 kills, and Michael also might have had 10 kills. He also definitely did kill the doggy Max. Rest in peace, Max. Moving on to the 6th installment of this franchise, Curse of Michael Myers, which does have 2 cuts, and it's a little difficult to tell how many people he kills because in both cuts there's a lot of strobing effects that just make it difficult to tell who is living and who is dying. I counted 16 people that Michael Myers killed. A truck driver, John, Deborah, and Tim Strode, Barry Sims, Dr. Wynn, another doctor, a Smith Grove patient, Beth, his niece Jamie Lloyd, and a nurse, Mary, as well as 5 other nurses. The kill count might be 17 because depending on the cut, it's kind of ambiguous whether or not Loomis lived or died and who killed him if he did die. It's very up in the air, hard to tell. but I think the safest bet for me is 16. So now we get to the soft reboot in 1998 of Halloween H2O. Michael has a pretty low kill count this time with 6. He kills Nurse Marion Chambers, Jimmy, Tony, Charlie, Will Brennan, and Sarah. A paramedic also dies in this film. He is murdered by Laurie Strode. Then we get Halloween Resurrection, the 8th installment of the franchise, which primarily takes place in 2002, though there are a couple kills in 2001. In this film, Michael has 10 kills for sure. His sister Laurie Strode, and then just like a bunch of people who don't matter. Franklin, Willie, Charlie, Bill, Jim, Rudy, Jen, Donna, and Norma all bite the dust. And no one cares, because Halloween Resurrection is no one's favorite. Actually, if it is your favorite, comment below. I'm curious. What about it did you like? Moving on to the hard Blumhouse reboot in 2018, Michael has 17 kills. Here are the people he kills. There's just so many. And I didn't care about any of them. Moving on to Halloween Kills, which takes place the same night in 2018. Michael has an additional 30 kills. Michael killed 47 people, I think. It is very difficult to tell with kills how many people he killed because, again, kind of like in Cursed, I guess they're trying to be stylistic, but it's just kind of bad filmmaking when everything is strobing and you can't see anything and there's just like a black background and it's just looks dumb. And I don't think Michael should be fighting people in a mob. He's so much more scary when he's just like coming into your house and murdering you, not when he's standing in the middle of the street taking on 11 firefighters, all of whom he killed, by the way. So, and today, I mean, they built it on the premise that he's just a mortal man. So how can they take out all these firefighters at once? You know what? I don't like the Blumhouse ones. Try not to let it bias me. Anyway, 30 kills, including Laurie's daughter, Karen Nelson. Here are the people that I'm pretty sure that he killed. Long list. In a flashback scene, we learn that Frank Hawkins accidentally kind of friendly fired and ended up killing his partner, Deputy Pete McCabe. As well as the Haddonfield mob caused the death of a patient, Tivoli. Moving on to Halloween Ends, which takes place in 2022. Michael only has 2 kills in this film. Deputy Doug Mullaney and Nurse Deb. This is definitely by far the lowest of the kill counts. Most of the kills in this film are done by Corey Cunningham, who, okay, so I specifically counted 8 people. There's the homeless man, Dr. Matthias, Willie, Stacy, Billy, Margaret, Terry, and his mother. A gentleman by the name of Ronalds was killed by Terry, who was defending himself from Corey. So obviously that is not a Corey kill. It's an accidental kill. Jeremy Allen, I do not count as a Corey kill. I count that as an accidental kill. Michael Myers is killed by Laurie and Allison. And then Corey Cunningham takes his own life. I do not count that as a kill of his because I think that would be irresponsible to do so. So Corey has 8 kills. There are 4 other deaths in the film, and Michael has 2 kills. Yeah. Going back to the Rob Zombie remake in 2007, which takes place primarily in 1990 and in 2007, Michael has 20 kills. Here are the people he kills. Deborah Myers, his mother, takes her own life. And there's also a guard who dies in an instance of friendly fire, so those two are not his kills. Lastly, we have the sequel to Rob Zombie's remake, which came out in 2009, and depending on which cut you watch, either takes place in 2009 or in 2008, which is a weird choice, but okay. So I count 14 kills. There are 3 that take place in a dream sequence, which I do not count. There's an ambulance driver who I do not count because he died because they ran into a cow. I don't know. And then Michael does die, and depending on which cut you watch, Lori either lives or dies as well. And then also, Michael does kill a family dog. Rest in peace, good boy. Okay, so totals. Michael kills a total of approximately 156 people across 12 films, with 97 men, 45 women, and 14 people whose gender I really couldn't tell. There are about 30 kills that happen off screen. There are 5 doggy kills. There are a couple people where I'm not sure if they lived or died, like Dr. Loomis and Curse, which I mentioned, for instance. 3 people die in a dream sequence, which I don't count. And then there are about 28 to 30, I went with 28 kills that happen in the franchise that are not Michael Myers kills. So obviously I don't give them to Michael. So Michael himself has approximately 156 kills across 12 movies, which makes that for an average of which makes that for an average of 13 kills per film. And you can see here I have a chart, lots of charts. So many charts. I'm all about that charts. I mean, who doesn't love aggregated data? I really do love me some aggregated data. Everything should have a graph. If you can't make it into a graph, is it even really information? It's not, right? It's fake formation. Yeah. I don't know why I'm like this. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you found this informative. Yeah. Bye.